Hello and welcome to Purple Table Tarot. My name is Robin and I will be reading for Sagittarius today. Okay, Sagittarius, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at your present situation. I'm going to pull some cards on options of what you could do, what you could avoid, and we could then we'll look at the outcome, okay? And the other thing is that we'll pull some timing cards at the end, and we'll also pull some oracle cards as well. Okay, now keep in mind that these are general readings, okay? And so if the energies come up where there's more than one person involved, the energies could be flipped. And first I will cleanse the space with some Palo Santo as well. Cleanse the cards. Now, like I was saying, keep in mind these are general readings. If it resonates, beautiful. If it does not, go ahead and check your other zodiacal placements. And be sure to hit the like, share, subscribe buttons, and leave a comment. I always like reading any kind of comments. Plus, it's the commenting that actually boosts the algorithm. So if you find that my readings need to be seen by more people, then please leave a comment. And even if it didn't resonate with you personally, there could be other folks out there who or there are other folks out there actually who do need to hear the message. So thank you in advance for that. I really appreciate it. It's a free energy exchange here at Purple Table Tarot. All right, so this is for Sagittarius. I'm inviting Spirit in, respectfully requesting a message for Sagittarius around their current situation that will serve their greatest and highest good at this time for them and anybody that they are involved with, if that happens to be the case. This is for Sagittarius. Bottom of the deck energy, 10 of Wands. So you could be feeling a little overburdened right now, and or that things are just pretty heavy. Could be feeling a bit stressed. You could also be feeling like you have to be all things to all people, because Wands represent identity as well as action and how we embody ourselves and how we move forward in our actions. And so with the 10 being there, we could be wearing a lot of hats, you know, playing a lot of different roles in our life, and that could be feeling a bit heavy right now. However, the other aspect of the 10 is that you're continuing on, because you could have dropped all those wands at any point along the path, but there is an end goal, there is a destination here, okay? You could also be continuing to try in a certain direction where maybe the guidance is better that you do drop the wands. We'll see as we get into the reading, okay? Now what I typically do is I pull two cards, or I pull a card from each deck for each placement in the reading. Gives you a bit more information, which is nice, a bit more context. Nine of Pentacles wanted to show its face. Take that as it resonates. Nine of Pentacles is a very independent energy, but very feeling good in their own skin. Very strong, bountiful, just feeling like a good, confident person, okay? Bottom of the deck energy, the Lovers. Top here, the Lovers. So this is a relationship situation here. We have a relationship. There's somebody very special, Sagittarius, whoever that is, you would know. But what we have here is, in your present situation, we have the Lovers and the Three of Pentacles. Could have a third party situation, given that the Three of Pentacles is with the Lovers. Essentially, you're building something up. You're building something. You want to create something, create a stable foundation. But you know, this involves two other people, okay? There's cooperation, collaboration. Perhaps you could also be out there dating right now, and you could be dating a couple of people. So perhaps you're trying to decide, you know, what you want to do here. It could be feeling a little bit burdensome to be carrying so much. Maybe you're giving a lot of your energy, and it's just a lot to be all things to all people, you know? So Three of Pentacles and the Lovers in your current situation. Okay. And we have here in the context what to do, what not to do, what are your options here. We have the Page of Swords coupled with the Moon. So there can be some things that you are not aware of right now, some things that you don't see, but yet you're getting a sense of. You're curious about them. You maybe, whatever it is, perhaps, you know, one person over the other. You could be looking at their social media. You could also be just wanting to learn more about them as a person, you know. And what this also indicates is a need for a conversation. This person pops up when there's a conversation that we want to have, okay? But with the Moon, it hasn't happened yet. Plus, it could be, well, I'm not too sure on what I want to say. Maybe I need to study a little bit more, get more information before I really kind of come to my own truth on and how to speak that, you know. Perhaps somebody's watching you and you don't know about that. But this is your reading, so I'm inclined to say that that's you. Okay. Some other energies over here. There's what to do, what not to do. This would be a conversation, but there's some apprehension around that, given that the Moon is here. On this side, there's the Page of Wands and the King of Cups. So it would be, to me, this says that there's a lot of love in this situation. Over here, there's curiosity, and over here, there's love and compassion, and emotional stability. But we also see the Page of Wands, because we have two pages. The Page of Wands is kind of like, well, what else do I hear out there, you know? Shall I be heeding the call of whatever it is that's calling out to me? So with the Three of Pentacles and the Lovers, I mean, the Lovers has traditionally been called the choice, and we have that major arcana here twice. So to me, this looks like a choice between two people, which is crazy, because that last reading that I just did for Leo had that same dynamic. Different cards, but a similar dynamic. Trippy. Pardon me if my sip of coffee came across as too loud, there was this one video that I kind of reviewed of myself, and I took a sip of coffee in it, and it was like slurp. And it makes me think of that old Three's Company episode. Some of you might be way too young to even know what that show was, but it's an old sitcom and so funny. But either way, it's a very old sitcom, and there's this scene where Chrissy and Janet are having an argument, and Janet says to Chrissy, she goes, "You slurp your coffee." Or maybe it was the other way around, but that's what I think of when I slurp my coffee. But I'll try not to slurp it, okay? All right, that was a good little tangent here. Let's get back to the reading. Okay. So wanting to have a conversation, not sure how to do that, could be keeping an eye on somebody. You're definitely very curious about someone or something, okay? But I'm inclined to say it's a someone, given that we have the Lovers. On this side, you could be more connected to this other person that you have as an option. And they very well could be a person who's also a bit like you in a sense of, well, what, you know, I want to adventure, you know, the Page of Wands is like up for anything, you know. So that's a strong energy, and it can also be a very attractive energy. This could be you, given that this is fire right here, okay? And then the person that's connected to you could be coming up and could be a water sign and is very compassionate, kind, loving, and stable. You know, the King of Cups is also very stable. They might be feeling a lot more than you realize if this is a person or if it's you, okay? We have a few energies here, so or three court cards. So the thing is, though, about the King of Cups is that they do hold it close to the vest. They're emotive, but they're appropriately emotive and within a range, not really over the top, you know. But one of the really great things about them, this archetypal energy, is they're also discerning about how much they share, right? And they have a lot of emotional maturity too, and that can be very hard to come by. So if this is you or your person, which I think this might be your person, then, you know, a little bit more consideration. Okay, so the outcome, we have the High Priestess and the Ace of Swords. So what this says to me is that your intuition knows the truth. You know, your intuition knows the truth. Okay? About what decision you're going to make in this sense. One person you're curious about, but there's a lot about them that you don't know because the moon is here. And while you're, you know, heeding the call, you do have somebody here that's very emotionally grounded and stable. You're wanting to build something, and you're collaborating with a couple of folks. But, you know, it would appear that you're trying to decide who you continue to collaborate with, who you continue to date. This decision very well may be a burdensome decision, but there is a lot of passion and drive behind it, okay? And with Temperance here, you're also taking your time with it. And this decision actually very well could mean a very deep and lasting change for you. Temperance is a major arcana, so this is big. You know, judgment is a choice that we make that will take us in one direction or another that would change our lives in a very real way. And that's kind of changing our outside lives. Like, which path are we going to take? What is our life going to look like? With Temperance, it's like whatever it is, you could be up against a choice. You could be not up against a choice. Given this reading, you're up against a choice, okay? And so with the Temperance underneath, this burdensome energy right here, okay, and the King of Wands, this is something that would change you on a more spiritual soul level. And we see the Page of Wands here, okay? Pages are up for anything. You know, they're having fun. They're like, ooh, what's next? The Page, after a big soul shift, can evolve into King energy. Okay, so that's why, and I think that you know that the gravity of the situation or whatever this is heavy right now, because it's like, ooh, who do I want to be? Or I've been so many different things, you know, and so I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed and stressed right now. And your intuition is telling you the truth of the matter is that you know that this decision is going to change you on a soul level. And it would appear that it would be like a leveling up. Going from the Page, you know, you don't just leap from the Page to the King, but that's part of the Temperance experience, is that you'd be going through that transformation. Okay, let's look under the Lovers here. I'm curious. Intuition again. High Priestess. You have the Lovers and the High Priestess twice. That is powerful. Because the thing is that what this is saying to me is that you already know what the decision is. You already know what the truth is. You already know what you should choose, or who you should choose in this instance. That's what I'm seeing. And then there's the Seven of Pentacles. Like, you know, it's going to be work. You know that this is going to require your investment and your care to bring it up and out and to really see the fruits of your labor. And not arduous, but caring, continuing to water the plant, continuing to nurture. And that could be tied to the Temperance energy too. You know, what is it like for you to have nurture something? Do you know how to do that? What does it look like? You know, is it hard for you to do that? Are you typical Sagittarians? They're very kind of bohemian, you know? They're like off to the next thing, and it's like, let's go, let's do, you know, they're very exciting. Kind of like, I personally have an admiration for them in a way. They have a magnetism to them that's really fun, and, you know, they're the kind of person that would like have a Volkswagen minibus and like go on adventures and all the things, right? So what this is saying too, this is like a settling down energy, you know, and you're like, ah. And we have the Devil. This can be fear around this. Fear around making this decision, hence the Ten of Wands. Because you know it would change you with the Temperance. But then there's the Empress. A lot of major arcana right here in this stack. Devil, Empress, and Strength. You had Lovers, High Priestess, Devil, Empress, and Strength. And the Chariot. And the Hanged Man. What? Holy shit. And I use this deck all the time. And I did not separate the major arcana for any kind of timeline business. And then there's the Nine of Cups, and then we have Justice. Like, seriously, for real, all of the, like, so many major arcana in the stack. Dude, this is huge. This is huge. No wonder the Ten of Wands is here. Yeah, I mean, we have two page, like, the thing is I now, after looking at that, I get a sense that you could be feeling like you're in the page energy with both of these people, or in both of these situations. And that's the storyline I'm going with, okay? Take it as it resonates, but it could be something else. We got the Lovers here twice. This is a choice between two people, okay? It's like in both positions with both people respectively, one, you feel there's this page energy. So it's like kind of like, okay, there's a newness, but yet you're right at the doorstep. And I've learned this recently from my teacher, Megan Angus, right? She's such a great teacher. Pages are actually, it's like, they're not given as much credit as they're due. I mean, they really are at the doorstep, at the threshold of being like, I'm taking myself seriously now. Like, here I am. I'm at the launching pad to continue on in this journey. And they've already gone through the Ace through 10 in their respective suits, right? So they're past a lot of that stuff. And so they're now at the doorstep of leveling up through the other archetypal energies of their respective suit. So perhaps you have some air placements in your chart. But either way, this choice that you're up against, you already know what it is. You already know what your decision is. That's what the intuition card is telling me. However, actually, this could be your intuition telling you, but it could still be hidden from you. So it's like, you might know it, but it might be deep down. So, you know, yeah, this is big. This is big. And I think that this is big in a sense of, you know, whatever you do decide to do, I mean, it's life, right? You're just you make your choice and then you get clearer. You make your choice and then you get clearer. That's all we're ever doing in life, you know? We have successes, we have failures, we have good relationships, we have shitty ones, all the things, okay? But I really feel like you're up against it here with making a decision between two people. And the moon is Pisces. King of Cups is any water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. The Lovers, Gemini. High Priestess is also associated with Pisces. I think it might also be associated with Scorpio. But it's not one of those major arcana that's actually like signifies an actual like the sign, you know. But there's like, anyway, whatever. The moon can also be connected with Cancer because Cancer is ruled by the moon. So that might give you some more information on like who you're dealing with. Yeah. So that's what I see for you with regard to the tarot portion here, Sagittarius, is that everything I've already said so far. Do I have advice for you? I mean, everybody has free will. It sounds to me like as long as you plumb the depths of your own emotions in order to get behind the veil there, that is a way for you to find your truth. We also have temperance in there. We have a shitload of major arcana just stacked right behind that Lover's card, right? So, you don't, and with the 10 of Wands here, I don't get the sense that this is a very fast moving opportunity. This is something that, and you decide, right? Have you been dragging your feet with this decision? Is it something that's relatively new and you're like, holy shit? You would be able to determine the timing of this as far as, the pressure that we put upon ourselves to make a decision, to act. Sometimes it's kind of like the best advice is you don't have to figure it all out right now. There's a little bit of avoidance in that, but I think if you work with that energy, it's better to work with that energy and really work with it, not just use it as a blanket to continue to avoid whatever the situation is. But if facing the situation causes so much anxiety where you are flooded, then you're not able to properly assess a situation and even decide. Anyways, I'm going off on tangents here, but yeah, I mean, I think the advice for you is to just get in touch with your inner self, and then you'll find your answer. I think if you go through that process, you will come to find that it was in the back of your mind all along, knowing the truth. And that's the thing. Some people, it takes work, to determine who, or not who, but to determine, to distinguish intuition from fear. That's a tough one sometimes. Something that I heard recently is intuition is a whisper and fear is a shout. That's something I've heard. The way I experience my intuition is like a cosmic download. It's just kind of like a thought comes in, and it's like a thought comes in and it feels like a realization. It's like, oh, yeah, that's what it is. Anyways, all right, let's see. You got the Chariot, and you got the Devil. Cancer energy, Capricorn energy. So the Cancer season and Capricorn season are important for you. So the Capricorn season could have been, we just kind of came out of that a few months ago. That could have been the time when this started to kind of bubble up. Cancer season might be the season that you actually make your decision, right? So there you have that. I'll pull some oracle cards for you, Saggy. Okay. Goose, inner knowing. You are a brave traveler. Your soul knows the way. Be confident you will achieve your destination. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry, you are blessed. Let yourself fly. Accepting my imperfections. Today I will tell myself that who I am is okay and that what I'm doing is good enough. Of course, I make mistakes and get off track sometimes, but that doesn't mean that I'm not as good as everyone else. No one is perfect, and that's just fine. Dahlia, you have what it takes. Lily of the Valley, happiness is found with purpose. Lavender, take time to cleanse and remove negativity. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, Sagittarius, that's what I have for you. I hope this helped, and I will see you next time. Okay, thanks. Bye.